Good morning, traders. I'm Michael Sabo, Senior Market Strategist with RJO Futures here on February 16th with some commentary on the energy markets. So let's get started. Crude prices pretty volatile here so far this morning. Currently, we're trading off about $1. The April contract is right around $30.95 a barrel. Been as high today as around $33.78 a barrel, as low as $30.71 a barrel. So we're just off the lows here, but certainly much firmer tone overnight into early morning. Natural gas is off about 4% right now. Taking a look at that contract here, we're trading down around 195, and the complex is weaker also. RBOB's off about 5 cents, and heat's down about 265. So certainly a weaker tone there across the board. And you take a look at crude prices, and really moving here initially on the heels of some report that's coming out that basically Russia, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Venezuela are looking at freezing their January production levels. Now, I want to put that in perspective here. We're talking about a freeze, not a production cut yet. And I ultimately think you're going to need to see production cut in order to really get some strong support into the market. Hence the reason why we kind of rallied, and we kind of saw that rally fade off a little bit. But nonetheless here, still getting a little bit of a rally on it. So as I mentioned in some of these previous posts here, a little bit of news into this market, a little bit of positive news into the market here, and you really are setting up potential here for a bit of a rally. We saw market firming, oil prices firming on Friday, and then with this bit of news here, obviously over the long holiday weekend, getting that rally continuation before it's kind of pulling itself back. Now, the news that I think is a little bit bigger, in my opinion, here is the United Arab Emirates. Their oil minister is talking about cooperating with OPEC to actually put in some actual production cuts. And that, to me, I think is the bigger story here. Because that has the potential here to longer lasting implications. Obviously, at this point, though, we don't know where Iran stands on this. So far, they haven't really been involved with any of this, and so they're going to have a long road ahead. They're really going to try to get everyone together here to look at doing some actual meaningful production cuts. So that's something certainly to keep an eye on. Also here in the U.S., Baker Hughes rig count, we've seen 8th consecutive decline of crude oil drilling rigs here. So, we are seeing things kind of slow here a little bit, but nonetheless here, we still got a ton of oil out there. Global oil production, we're exceeding over 1 million barrels a day than what we actually need. So it just continues to add to that supply glut. Taking a look at the technical side of things, it's one of the things I had mentioned in some of these posts again was, and I kind of alerted you guys to, is to be on the lookout here for some news that could potentially drive these markets. And we kind of saw that here. And so you can get that short covering rally going. Now, if you take a look at the charts here on the daily chart here, we are in a bit of a small downward bear channel. With the news that kind of came out, we did kind of touch up on the top of that channel on one of the trend lines. We've seen the market back off a little bit. So if you'd like some ideas and some strategies on how you can play this, I've got a few different ideas. Give me a call and we can discuss that in more detail. Futures and options on futures may involve substantial risk and may not be suitable for all investors.